interdependent, yet it is not universal. It's possible that there should be a beginning without an end, without a tikkun. How can that be? If it has a beginning, so there is an aim of what this is beginning of. So he says this is possible in one of two ways. One is meaning that it's a gilui min ha'etzem. This in gilui min ha'etzem, we attempted to explain. I listened back and I saw that there is something which is either missing or was misrepresented. There's a point where I said the etzem preceded the gilui, so clearly this is not the real beginning. You know, it's begun later after the etzem was there. This is not the point. I want you to understand this. And this was a very superficial way of presenting it. It is not correct. The principle of the etzem precedes the gilui. It's not just a timely thing. It precedes the gilui. The principle in this is that conceptually the etzem precedes the gilui. What does that mean? It means that the principle of the etzem is to be an etzem unto itself. This is what an etzem is. At the same time, however, it is not, so to speak, protective, not allowing any gilui. It's not the case. On the contrary, the etzem spreads itself everywhere, and it claims everything. That's a principle of the word etzem. It's a fundamental reality, and as a fundamental reality, there is not a place where it is not. Where it is not. So, what does it mean that the etzem precedes the gilui? Within the etzem itself, the best way that I can put it, within the etzem itself, there are two aspects. There's the etzem, and there is the gilui of the etzem. In other words, the fact that the etzem recognizes and is to be recognized everywhere. This is within the etzem itself of a secondary nature. The primary in the etzem is that it is etzem unto itself. Because it's such a true presence, therefore it should be recognized everywhere. So this thing that recognized everywhere is the result of the truth of the etzem. So therefore the truth of the etzem precedes, is something that is prior to it being recognized. This is the etzem precedes the gilui. And if we focus on the words in the Maimer, gilui min ha'etzem. I want to read the words in the Maimer. The words that the line I'm reading from, it begins with the word mishtay ponim. That's about 6 lines from the time of the AYIN base. Mishtay ponim, one of two ways that they could be a beginning without a tichla, without an end. And here's what I want to read inside. Oy either bebchinas gilu min hoetzem, in that bechina that has the quality of gilu min hoetzem, a gilu from the etzem. Let's translate these words. Gilu min hoetzem. Gilu min hoetzem does not mean a gilu that comes from the etzem. Gilu min hoetzem means a gilu that is precipitated by the fact that this is an etzem. So that the Gilu is representative of the source where it's coming from. Because it's Etzem, therefore there's a Gilu. This is the Bechina's Gilu in Etzem. This is where the Bechina comes in here. Let's read down further. So Bechina's Gilu in Etzem Shehu Kmoyo Etzem. By definition, it is like the Etzem, because the whole Gilu is an allusion to the fact that there is an etzem. It is not an entity unto itself. Let's continue. The alkain, and therefore, thus, since it is k'moy ho'etzem, again, it is k'moy ho'etzem because the whole precipitation of this gilui is the fact that this is an etzem. Therefore, the Gilu is like the Etzem. V'alkein, and thus, this Gilu, ein a tichlo. This Gilu is not limited to a tichlo. It is not identifiable because it has a purpose. It has a universal reality. Because it is representative of an Etzem. Alkein ein a tichla, k'may ho'etzem. It doesn't have a tichla. Why? Not because it's present definitely. K'may ho'etzem, just like the etzem itself, does not have a tichla. This in ein a tichla, this is, we have to start thinking, so to speak, in superworldly terms. Because ein sof to us means something that continues to reverberate, to continue to rejuvenate and recreate itself. This is not what ein sof means. Ein Sof means that initially it is Ein Sof. It is inherently Ein Sof. It represents something that does not allow for a Sof. Not because factually it's no ending. This is the Gilu Min Shehu K'moyo Etzem. It's a Gilu Min Etzem, and I said Min Etzem means the Etzem is the what precipitates it. Because it's an etzem, this is why there is a gilu. What's the connection? Etzem is everywhere. That's what etzem means. Therefore, this gilu is k'moy ha'etzem, like the etzem. The alkein, and for this reason, therefore, automatically ein lo tichlo. It does not bear. It's not identifiable by a tichlo, by a tachlis. Not because ultimately it doesn't end. K'moy ho'etzem, just like the etzem is ein tichlo. You cannot identify an etzem by its purpose. But then, at the same time, he's like the etzem ein tichlo. Nonetheless, there is something in this gilu that is different than the etzem. In what respect? In respect that yesh le tchilo. It has a beginning. Here is where the challenging words are. But yesh le tchilo has a beginning. Tchilo. Why do you say yesh le tchilo? You're saying that his k'moy ha'etzem is like the etzem. Why do you say it has a beginning? Sheharei, all the Rebbe says, Sheharei means for behold. focus in and see what you're looking at. Hu rak, it is merely gilui levad min ha'etzem. It is only a gilui from the etzem. Therefore, yesh letchila. What did these words? Sheru rak gilui levad min ha'etzem. What does gilui mean? Gilui means the effect of something. Etzem has an effect. Whatever it is, it affects its environment automatically. Because it is representative of an etzem. But we have to still focus in and try to identify the difference between the effect of the etzem and the etzem itself. We'll try to digest it a little more, but here we have some words to think into. It's a gilui levad. Gilui means it's the effect of the etzem. The effect of the etzem is like the etzem itself. Why does the etzem have an effect? Because it attempts to affect? No, because the etzem is an etzem. So therefore this effect is representative of the truth of what the etzem is. Nonetheless, we have to understand that the effect of the etzem is only like the etzem, but it is not the etzem itself. These are the words in the Maimer. Shahareis, since that, behold, hurak, it is only gilui levad. It is only a gilui from the min ha'etzem. It is not the etzem itself. So what's the difference? But this gilui is a statement of etzem. Why is there a gilui? Because the etzem it has the quality of this gilui. So the only difference in this is not what this gilui represents, what kind of entity it is. It is k'moi hu etzem. The only difference between that and the etzem is that etzem is ein lo tchila and this is yesh lo tchila. What is the tchila in this context? We said that the etzem, whatever it is by definition, it is everywhere. Because it's an etzem. We have to try and distinguish between the definition and the essence. It is everywhere by definition, or it is everywhere because it is what it is. In our Mishalim, the way to demonstrate this is, we spoke about this many, many times, a very simple thing. The man's home. And we said the man's home is full of his presence. Even if he personally is absent, it's his home. And you would treat it with deference because it's his home. Yet, there's a profound difference whether you're in his home while he is present in the home or when he is absent in the home. When he is absent in the home, he's also there, but that's only the gilui of the Yatzim, of the person. It's only the statement, it's only the inference. It's in gilui. But gilui is min ha'etzem. Why is it a gilui? Because he is a human being who has the right to own a home. He owns it. Explain the difference in ownership and renting. This is not just a functional union, he owns it. This ownership is a divine gift, which is a superworldly phenomenon. Yes, indeed, he owns it. Because he's a true presence, because he's a divine creation in the world. Yet, somehow we have to distinguish in our mind, very difficult indeed. We have to recognize that the actual presence of the owner of the home is different than the influence of his presence. Functionally, practically speaking, there's not a difference. Because the gilui of an etzem is like the etzem itself. The reason there's a gilui in the etzem because the etzem is a truth that cannot be abridged. It is everywhere. It is everything.
That's the case. Why does it have a tchila? Yesh lo tchila.
There's a tchila.
Why? How would that be then?
Because the presence of the actual etzem is of a different ilk than the effect of his presence.
And then why not yesh lo tichla as well? Why do we exclude the possibility of a tichla?
Because a tichla, because this gilui is k'moi ha'etzem. It's not limited to it is a reality in itself.
Shereu rak gilui levad min ha'etzem.
That's why you say yes to tchila,
Right.
but not tichla.
Why not?
Because the tichla would saying that you're not representing the full etzem. You're representing the full etzem.
But then, if it is representing the full etzem, why does it have a yes a tchila? Seemingly it would be without beginning. It's always right.
Okay, my dear friend, welcome to AYIN Base.
Okay.
And
Good
it's
to be
okay.
here.
Okay. We have to follow this, the words of the Maimer. He says, Yeshu k'mo yo'etzem.
Yeah.
But hagilu levad min ha'etzem.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference? If it's k'mo yo'etzem, so what's the difference with gilu levad min ha'etzem? The answer is, this is what I'm trying to put into words. The effect of the presence of the etzem is not the etzem itself. We can understand it in our little world, in our capacity. When you are in somebody's home, you will have deference for his home. You will behave like a human being. You behave with derech eretz. But when he is actually present, in his presence, it's a completely different derech eretz. So, there are many different ways to alert us to this inyan. One is what Rabbi Yechim ben Zakkai said to the Talmidim. Rabbi Yechim ben Zakkai said to the Talmidim. Rabbi Yechim ben Zakkai talking to his Talmidim. You know who his Talmidim were? Rabbi Les ben Hurkimus. He was a Haggadah, the Talmid of Rabbi Yechim ben Zakkai. And he said to them, Rabbi Yechim said to them, You know the translation of these words? Meir Shemayim should be on Leichem, Meir Shemayim should be on K'moye Beisudam, like Vir Mesud Haribbeinu Shalom, Meir Shemayim. He is talking to his Talmidim, Meir Shemayim Leichem K'moye Beisudam. So he said, he turns around and says, you don't understand what I'm saying. You don't. Why am I saying this? Meir Shemayim, Meir Shemayim by my Talmidim permeates his whole being. No, I want you to know. I want you to reflect. It should be K'moye Beisudam. Teida. And he is the proof. He is the principle behind it. She'odom Eiver Aveira. Once a person is doing an Aveira. He's doing an Aveira, so he's ignoring Meir Shemayim. He has been thrown into this Aveira, and he for the moment forgets Meir Shemayim. Meir Shemayim is a real thing, but he forgot it for the moment. Even at that time, Oimer, he speaks to, he says, how I wish Leirani Odom that a human being should not see me. How compare him to Meir Shemayim and human being? Why Leirani Odom? If he's not mispoiled from Meir Shemayim, so he's mispoiled from a human being. Oimer shel Leirani Odom. This Leirani Odom, you have to understand, this is Rechen and Zachen talking to his Talmidim. Leirani Odom is not because of consequences. People who see me, they will talk about me, Lashon Hara. No, that's not the point. At the moment, Leirani Odom. The difference is, Meir Shemayim is the oil, is the Gilui Shemayim, is a consequence of the Meir Shemayim. Odom is the actual presence of the real thing. Oil Shelayirani Odom. I want to point out, we spoke about this, it's an interesting insight. Odom Eber Avera, person is doing Avera. So he can hide b'chadech hadorim, so that it's impossible for anybody to see. But if he knows that in this same edifice, in this house, there's there's a person, there's no way that he can see me. B'chadech hadorim. But he is present in this house. That already disturbs his privacy. Because he knows there's another human being present here. Not because he can possibly permeate, break through the walls and see me. None of that. His presence in this obstructed manner creates a reality. Can we subscribe to this? Can we relate to this?
This is illustrating
the difference between the effect, the Gilui and the Etzem. The Etzem. Yes, go ahead.
And that also clarifies why Yesh Lo Tchila in Tichla does. I mean,
this is the difference between Gilui and the Etzem.
Seemingly a man has both a beginning and an end, even though he's an Etzem.
No. Man himself is Etzem. Etzem has no beginning, no end. But the Gilui of the Etzem, has a beginning and it doesn't have an end. It doesn't have an end because it's representative of the Etzem. But nonetheless, this Etzem precedes, it is of a higher and deeper quality than the Gilui, even though the Gilui in the Etzem, the Gilui is representative of the Etzem.
Is it like saying what? The human being has an eternal soul that had a beginning point but no end? Yeah.
No, you're putting it too physicalized.
But we went through the whole inyan with the.
I'm explaining. That's why I'm going back. I'm going back. That it precedes, not precedes in time and space.
Conceptually, fine.
What's conceptually? What's conceptually mean? How does it precede conceptually? Conceptually means it's of a different level of reality.
And that level can have a beginning but no end.
So it etzem is a level of reality that does not have a beginning.
Right.
The Gilui is a level of reality which is representative of the etzem that does have a beginning. Because
But
it's only a Gilui.
Fine, but no end.
But no end. Because why is it no end? Because it is like the etzem.
It is like the etzem, but yet it could have a beginning. Right? Okay, it's okay.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
I want to know that what you mean by these words could have a game. If we are going to limit our understanding and that which we can phrase out, we're not going to understand.
Fine, I guess I just don't have a feel for, I mean, it's paradoxical, that's fine, but I guess I don't have a real feel for why, yes, it can have a beginning, which implies limit and purpose, but yet no end, which implies limit and purpose.
This is what I'm trying to alert you to. Please listen carefully. In a person's home, you feel deference. There's a person's home. Yet there's a difference whether he is present in the home, even if he's not he's upstairs.
Fine, but how's
Why
that?
don't jump?
Okay.
What's the difference?
I'm not seeing how it relates. I'm not getting the nimshal. What's the difference?
No, I'm talking in emotion. What's the difference? You're in his home. He is out on vacation, or he's sitting on 5th floor upstairs. What's the difference? Trying to alert us to something which cannot be phrased out. We can only understand it because we have a neshama. The neshama has a different level of reality, and it can distinguish between this reality and that reality. Like Rebbe Ben said,
What did he say in English?
A person is going to do an avera. Oimer, he says to himself, I just hope that no human being would observe me.
The whole point of that story is that here's Etzem's representative. I wish that would it be that no observer, there's no, not because they'll say something about me, but because it's the Etzem's representative.
That's right, a real person.
Right, but on the problem that I'm having, it doesn't really talk to that issue of why it can have a tchila, ein lo tichla.
This is the answer.
This is the answer. Okay, I'm not getting it.
No, you are getting.
Okay.
I'm saying, yes, you cannot phrase it out.
Okay.
But this is something which is real to our neshama. This is what was in the Maimon. What's that shit? It's only a gilu levad. A gilu yad is like k'may ha'etzem. What's the difference?
Sorry, we have to start.
Rebbe is struggling as much as we are trying to understand what Rebbe is saying. Okay, have a great day.